is Francisco Alegria. I'm a master hibachi chef at Tim Son's Japanese Steakhouse. I'm from the Menominee Indian Reservation. I now live in Green Bay, Wisconsin. On the reservation, my parents instilled in me at an early age the importance of our traditions and our culture that we had. A big part of that was the everyday meals that we ate. They were very traditional to what our ancestors used to eat. It was all healthy, fish and berries, and we harvested different plants. And we have our garden that we make every year, and it's all organic. And so I carry those teachings with me, and I try to instill that in everyday meals that I create. I truly believe someday we're gonna have to go back to those old ways. I have 12 years culinary experience. I worked in a variety of restaurants, everything from fast food, fine dining, 4-star restaurant, to everything in between. When I first started in the industry, I wasn't very confident. I actually hated being in the kitchen. It was hot, it was fast paced, everybody was yelling at each other, but I needed to pay rent. I didn't have a lot of money when I moved to Green Bay. I lived in a 1-bedroom apartment. I couldn't pay for my heat. I put a tent in my living room to keep warm in the winter. There was a short period of time I had to live in my car. I couldn't find a job. I applied everywhere in town. And I called my dad. Dad, I can't get a job anywhere. He says, well, if nobody calls you back, apply everywhere again. So I did. Eventually this little local pizza place called me back, and I worked there for a short period of time, but I always made it to work. I always worked hard, advancing from there to another restaurant, gained a little bit more experience. I started to gain confidence with that experience. I entered a competition at the next restaurant. I did very well there in a short period of time. It really boosted my confidence, and I started to like coming to work. I started to like cooking. I started to take charge a little bit and have fun in the kitchen, because I was confident in what I was doing. And the better I got in the kitchen, when I'd go home, I wouldn't have a lot of food, but I'd be able to create unique dishes for myself and kind of mix it up a little bit instead of just eating the ramen noodles with the water, I discovered natural talent that I had, and then I started to flow in the kitchen naturally. And from there I went into looking at culinary school, and so I've furthered my education in the culinary arts. I learned a lot in school. There's life skills, procedures, I learned different equipment. There's things that I've learned in school that I still haven't learned in the industry yet, so I'm glad I have that experience. I think also the experience in the industry is important, but it's good to have both. At the restaurant I'm at now, Tim Son's Japanese Steakhouse, we do the hibachi dining and also sushi. So every day I'm able to be a little bit creative with the rolls I make, different ideas. At the tables when I go and perform in front of people, there's also a lot of creativity there and unique skill set. Not only am I creating meals for people, but I'm creating an experience. And I do that through good food, and also through a good conversation. People come there for their birthdays, different events that they have, and I like to make them laugh. Like to pick on people sometimes, and they're happy, they enjoy it. I believe that when they eat and they're laughing, they can taste that happiness that we provide, that good experience that we provide into their meal. I could create the same dish, but behind doors in a restaurant, and I don't think it's gonna taste the same, to be honest. Every day I deal with new types of people and cooking in front of people and performing in front of people. So I'm used to it. I'm used to people watching me cook. At first I was a little nervous. When I first started, I was a little nervous. Oh, everybody's gonna watch me, every little thing they do. Now it makes me a little weird if they don't watch me. So I'm just naturally adapt to different situations. Every single day I go to work, naturally adapt. And I think that'll help me during competition. Thank you very much for viewing my video. Here's to all my current fans and to my future fans. Ganpai.
Rolling.
Hold on, I'm not ready.